Hey guys, it's Splinterverse. Welcome to another edition of Frostring Fridays. Today we're going to profile a deck called Silent Dream. It's not my creation, it's one that I found, I believe, back in the day on Hex TCG browser. So the champion it features is Blue Sparrow, and we're going to go through the deck, and I will leave a timestamp in the description as well as a deck list, so you can skip the deck tech if you want, or you want the deck list, it'll be there for you. Alright, so Blue Sparrow has basic power of 2 Sapphire Thresholds, 3 charges to draw a card, and then choose and discard a card. So this deck is all about discard for a number of reasons. One, because we get to do some tricks regarding discard, but also causing our opponent to discard stuff. So we have 6 Sapphire Shards, 6 Wild Shards, 4 Brewed Ambrosia, 4 Root of Instinct. So looking at those, it gives you the 1/1 temporary and permanent resource and a charge, but you also have the which is colorless. You also have the capability of spending 1 resource to discard this and put a Sapphire or Wild into your hand. So it's a little bit of managing your colors there. Then we have 4 copies of Cerebral Jack-hat. When you deploy this, you add 2 energy counters to it, then you can exhaust it to remove an energy counter and draw a card. Now we have equipment on it that allows you to remove the energy counter and draw 2 cards, then discard 1. So again, we want discard happening in this deck. And this is a PvE only card. Then we have another PvE only card, Tormented Puzzle Box. This one, at the start of your turn, each champion discards a card. Then you add puzzle counters to this equal to the combined cost of the discarded cards. Then if there are 20 or more puzzle counters on this, remove all puzzle counters and turn it into an unlocked torment. So an unlocked torment, when a champion discards a card, summon an unlocked aberration. So that's every time there's a discard, which, again, we showed you with your charge power, you can cause a discard. And an unlocked aberration is a 7, unblockable, but while you have more cards in hand than each opposing champion, this has +7/+7. So we're going to be causing our champion to discard as well, our opposing champion. So this works out quite well. So we have 4 of those, but the beauty is we also have equipment on it. So instead of just discarding any card, the champions have to discard a non-resource, so that really eats up our opponent's ability to do anything. They start discarding pretty much all the good stuff, right? Instead of just throwing away resources. Then down here we have the Dream Eagle. We have 4 copies of it. It's a flyer, 4/4. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 of them into your hand, put the remaining cards into your deck, is the deploy effect. But now with the equipment on it, the Eagle Feathered Gloves, you have an additional ability on it, which is double Sapphire Threshold. Discard this, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 of them into your hand, and put the remaining cards into your deck. So that means even before you get to 6 and play and get that effect, you can discard it to get that effect. And we're not afraid of discarding stuff, especially things that have the word dream in the name. That's why this deck is called Silent Dream. So then we have 4 copies of Change Course, which is look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 of them into your hand, put the remaining cards into your crypt. Again, not afraid to discard, put things in our crypt. You'll see why. Scour the Archives, we have 4 copies of those. We happen to have 2 that are alternate art here. So if you have a card in your crypt named Scour the Archives, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, otherwise draw a card. So lots of good use out of this card to search your deck for what you want. Then you have Silent Auctioneer. It's a 0/3 troop. When a champion discards a card, bury cards from the top of each opposing champion's deck equal to the discarded card's cost. So that means when we discard, when they discard, all that good stuff. And we want milling, we want discard going on as much as possible, especially if we have a puzzle box out. Then we have Chlorophyllia, which is going to help us ramp. This happens to be the alternate art version. We have one of those and then 3 of the non alternate art, so 4 total. Play a random wild shard from your deck. So it normally costs 2, but because we have this equipment here, the gardener's hat, your Chlorophyllias have a cost -1. So it basically pays for itself. You play this at 1, it plays another resource, so the resource you used gets replaced, and then your total resource, permanent resources go up. So it's very cool equipment. I use this in a lot of Frostring decks. Definitely want to get that equipment if you can, and it's a common equipment, so it shouldn't be hard to get, hopefully. Alright, see, now we have 2 more cards that have the word Dream in the title, and this is going to be very important in a minute. So Dream Bear, which is a PvE only card, it's a 6/6 crush creature. You can deploy and gain 6 health, but we've got equipment on it, which is called the Bear Idol, and it's basically has for a single wild threshold, you can discard it and gain 6 health. So again, and we don't mind this being in the crypt, and here's why. So this is a PvE only card called Enter the Dream. Notice it's got a triple threshold here, so it's a good target for your Brewed Ambrosia. When you deploy, put your crypt into your deck. When you play a card, draw a card. So that's really good, because this is a constant. When a card enters your crypt, put it into your deck. So it's going to start putting everything back into your deck. Okay, but we also have equipment on it, which is the best part. Your Enter the Dreams have triple threshold. Discard this, put all troops with Dream in their name from your crypt into play. So that means our Dream Eagles, our Dream Bears, and Enter the Dreams can all, if any of them are in the crypt, we can cause them to come into play just by discarding this. So you have to be careful playing this, because at times it might be better to discard it than to play it. Alright, so we've already looked at Chlorophyllia. This is just the normal art. And then Spring Renewal. Put target non-action card from your crypt into your hand, so we can get our Enter the Dream or Dream Bear or whatever we want out of our crypt and put it into our hand. But it's a good one. We got 4 of those. And Woken Drokkatar. Okay, this is normally 25 with also a double threshold here. Another good target for Brewed Ambrosia. Other troops you control +5/+5. When a troop enters play under your control, if this is in your hand or deck, this gets cost minus equal to this card's cost. So if you get your puzzle box to the point that it turns into this, and you're discarding every turn, you're creating a bunch of these, quickly your Woken Drokkatar is going to be 0 or even negative cost, and then you can buff all those unblockable creatures with his +5/+5. So some fun stuff. We only have 2 copies of him. He is a expensive card, but we only have 2 in the deck. I have a play set, but only 2 in this particular deck. So, all right, that's the deck, guys. Now on to the matches. Alright guys, we skipped the first easy tier, we're on to the first hard tier. We're going to test out the Silent Dream deck. And if you play it in the Frostring Arena, feel free to let me know in the comments how you did. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Alright, so we have some options here, but we don't have all of our colors. We can create our colors. So we'll try and see what happens. So we each get a banner. Mine is, okay, mine have +1 in speed, and he gets a Dreadling. Okay. Thank you, Hogarth. Alright, I had to make sure we got both colors there, so... Let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's get him done. he a defender? But he's going to help us mill the opponent and block these stupid dreadlings. Okay, we will get rid of one of these. By putting one of these into our crypt, we're actually making this a better card. And on that. So we're getting this. And I don't know if I showed you guys the champion. Here you go. And that's what this does. Okay. We want this. Now, because we have a Silent Auctioneer in play, when we discard this, he's going to lose half his deck. He actually would have lost more if we played this first. But we're not going to. All is not lost, guys. We've got this to allow us to discard this and mill the rest of his deck. And then do we have it? No, we don't have a spare in there. Alright, let's look and see what we got in our... There we go. Discard gains 6 health. We're just doing this as insurance here because we pretty much won when he... So we've gotten to use that 3 times. We put ourselves above starting health. And he's dead. Crazy deck, huh? It's not a dream. It's a silent dream. Alright, so the next boss fight, 2 charges. Okay. Charges are good. We will take charges. And the boss fight is not this one, it's the guy with the little symbol under his name. Alright, we're going to keep this because we have our Silent Auctioneer and we have the means with which to get to our blue. This is our opponent. He's all about conscripting. Keep in mind in Frostring you also have this ability. It's not on the card, so you have to look at this and the card. Next turn we're going to go Silent Auctioneer. I'm going to play both of them. So we can double the power of our discard here to mill our opponent. start with this one. I guess I'll get rid of, no. Get rid of that. This down. That. 6 cards milled. And now this. 22 cards in his deck. Got 3 blockers. 1 more power on this. Gonna be more than halfway to the charge power again. Perfect. See what we get with this. Alright, so we're gonna discard this guy. Play this. Powering up our charge power. Discard this. He's now has nothing in his deck. And we'll discard our last auctioneer. Alright. The power of the auctioneer here. There's multiple ways to win with this deck. I kind of hope I get to show you the puzzle box or some of the dream features of this deck. But it's unpredictable. It's hard to say what's going to be in our opening hand. One resource is not enough. I'd love to play this with this, but gotta have at least 2 resources. Okay, we'll just see what happens with this. Here's our opponent. And when a troop enters play, triggers death cries. Start with this. Hopefully we target something good here. Alright, we got the triple. Very cool. So we'll go ahead and, well, let's not. We might get a mill enabler here. Alright, we got a puzzle box, so let's plop that down. See if we can get that fired off. Okay, we're at 9. Notice the puzzle block is unique, so you don't want to put down a second one, because you'll lose all the counters you've accrued. We're going to use this to get our sapphire. We need double to activate this. See, it's good we discarded that, because now we have another one in the okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's do this here. All right. Alright, so now that's transformed. see the puzzle box, because it's now an unlocked torment, is going to start creating these troops for us every time we discard for any reason. You just kill one of those. Alright, so these are unblockable. If I played this card though, I will no longer have more cards in hand than each opposing champion, which is what's giving these plus 7/7. So we're going to attack with our unlocked aberration, unblockable, to take him to 0. So you have to read everything, play carefully with this deck, but you can win through the puzzle box, you can win through milling. That's one of the reasons I like this deck, is it's not just a mill only deck. There's alternate win conditions, which the best decks have multiple win conditions. So we're going to go up against Shillelagh Bully Elite. So elites are harder, so we'll see what happens. No promises, guys. So we don't have both colors, which is a problem because we definitely need the sapphire here. So we're going to replace hand. Okay, this is better. Only choice is to take the sapphire there. Let's get rid of this, make sure we get our wild, and skip to the end of the turn with that bait. It kind of looks interesting over here because we've got our sleeve, which matches our resource, so it looks like we have 2. I definitely encourage you to play with sleeves in the arena. It makes it a little more fun. Can get old after a while. Alright, so we're going to play this to replace itself. Then we will throw down the puzzle box. And we will continue onward. This is our friendly leprechaun's abilities. He also has, when you fate weave, troops you control get a random boon, but he has to have double in both of his colors for that to be the case. I'm going to go with our big guy to try to get this. Oh, we got it up to 10 there. So let's go double sapphire, enable our charge power, get this going. Actually, no. Let's discard this. Let's play our Silent Auctioneer. Get rid of the Spring Renewal. Yeah, we could search here, but what his power is. Battling. Alright, so now that's enabled. Get this down. Play this. Get this guy back. Discard him. Get the health. Create an aberration. Do this. Alright, now. And even though we can play a resource, yeah, let's go ahead, because he's going to have one, and he's going to be tempted to play it. Don't want to use this right now. Okay, now we're going to attack with both of these. So we only have to get through for 5. Now these will be natively 3/3 next turn. Alright, so we will keep this just to make sure we have more than he does next turn, and still have. Alright. Dead. Unlock Torment. So now we're going to go up against the final champion for the tier. It's Miriam. She does funny business with crypts, so our milling ability might actually help her. So we'll get 3 opportunities to defeat her though, so hopefully, because we haven't had any defeats yet. So if we don't succeed on the first time here, you guys will get to see a second attempt, maybe a third. Because we do want to at least try to get through this tier for you. This deck can go horribly wrong. Oh, I would love to keep this because I have this and this together to fully mill her out. Actually, I could do it twice, but I just can't keep a hand with one resource. That's way, way, way too risky. And I'm starting with 2 charges, which is nice. So let's see what we get here. So, since I need 2 for my power here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to, yeah, go with this, ramp myself. Not going to use this yet. Double ramp action here. We're also reducing the ability for us to draw a resource and more likely to draw something better. So let's see what we get with change course. Take that. Hold off again on this, but now we can use it twice, which is nice. It's twice as nice. And for your records, here's Miriam in her glory. She does not have any lower powers down here, which is nice. I could bring this back to my hand and do it again. Well, let's see what we get with this. Yes. Oh, there's none in my deck, I guess. Alright. So we will just pass the turn. He's probably about to get this, yep. About to get a troop. I'm gonna save this. Let's go with that. I think I will bring a Dream Eagle here. Not to look for a card, but to sacrifice to this, because it's going to make us both discard something. If I had 8, well, let's see. Okay, that's what we'll do. Discard this for the 6 health. And we'll discard this. Play that. Put this in my hand so that I can hopefully activate this next turn. Hero Fall. Just doing this for the mill effect right now and to create this. Jeez. Alright, we have to block something here. So block this. We may not be fast enough on this round to get it done here. So you can mill for 6 here. Okay, I'm going to play this because it also has the effect when you play. I'm going to discard this. And then, so now we've milled them out, and we have an incredible amount of power over here. Perfect way to end this showing. So you see how powerful our Woken is. Look at this, we have 9/9 flyers. It's a beautiful board state. So it looked like we weren't gonna make it, right? But have faith. Believe in the dream, the silent dream. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of another Frostring Friday. So have fun playing this deck. Please please subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon, click the like, share this with your friends, help us grow the channel, and until next time, happy hexing.